Hey there, my name is Luke Colburn, Occupational Health and Safety Officer here at Strathcona-Tweedsmuir School. And for years we have talked about making some quick hitter video tutorials that make your lives easier and help you fulfill your roles and responsibilities as they relate to occupational and student health and safety here at the school. So one of the main topics would be incident reporting. So for years, we've been trying to refine our forms, make them more accessible, make them easier to fill out. And so we start with that today for our first video tutorial. And so the first thing we need to know is where to find these forms. So if you go to your web browser and you jump into Managed Bookmarks, which IT has put together so expertly, and if you go to Safety, Buildings, and Grounds, you will find three subheadings here. So for incident reporting, we want to go right to e-compliance, okay? And within e-compliance, we can fill out most of our incident report forms. The only report forms that don't exist here are occurrence report forms, which are workplace violence and harassment. It's a much more sensitive matter, so those are in Outlook public folders, and work refusal form. But for the most part, any incident, student involved, general incident, employee first aid form, contractor first aid form, they are all under this tab in my personal profile page. So if I go down to incident hazard, I'm going to click there. I have many incidents started. They're all practice incidents. They're all in draft form. But let's say here, I want to start a new incident, okay? So when I click start new incident, I get some options. The majority of our incidents every year are student minor first aid. These are mostly your Band-Aid boo-boos. Where we practice first aid in-house, and maybe the school nurse gets involved, or maybe the student is admitted to the STS care center for a rest or till they feel better, or their parents come pick them up. Now, when we get into number 2, these are level 3, 4, 5, student major first aid form. This is any time that a student is recommended to further care at a medical care facility or, God forbid, transported away from the school by ambulance. All right, and then again, we have our general incident report form. These are non-first aid. These are more car break-in, some vandalism, missing children. What else do we have on there? Fire explosion, wildlife encounter, and so on and so forth. All right, near miss, hazard safety concern. Anytime we have a close call that could have resulted in something worse, we need to know about that so we can take corrective action. Employee first aid form, this is for staff and faculty who sustain an injury at work. And contractor first aid form, this is any third-party employer at the school who is injured while in the work of SDS. Okay, so if we just jump into a student minor first aid, we're going to select a site. So we ask that if it's a student incident, you select the division that the student is in. So obviously elementary, middle, senior. Any other incidents, general, contractor first aid, employee first aid, you would select the department or division that you are in. That's the only difference there. Okay, so let's say we had a middle school student that was minorly injured. Jump into this form. We know that we cannot proceed or submit these for sign-off until we have completed all required fields, and those are marked by an asterisk. Okay, so as we work our way through, we've gotten these forms down to a very manageable size. And so we will be filling out these forms with as much or little detail as we have at the time. We can always come back if we feel we need more detail. And for the most part, these will give us what we need in order to proceed. So as you work your way through the different sections, you're filling out what you need to fill out, what you're required to fill out. Okay, please stay away from create action items. This will be something that principals, deputy head of school, or myself will be involved in, basically for office use only. All right, and as we work our way through, our final step is to submit for sign off. So we're going to punch in our name. Usually when you put in 2 letters, it will populate. And then I will submit for sign off, and I won't be able to because I didn't put anything in. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. Support is always just a click away. So you can always email me or your supervisor if you're having trouble or don't know where to turn. But I hope this helps everybody. Have a wonderful, safe, and beautiful day. Take care now. Bye-bye.